Yo, what is an RBM? RBM was raised by mom. It's that simple. And RBMs are typically going to be more irrational, illogical, and highly emotional. How do I know? I'm an RBM. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Disruptive Minds. I'm your host, Jerome A. Color, and the A stand for Always Learning. I am your mental health advocate. I have something what I call personally observed personal experience. It means the Pope principle. The Pope principle, POPE. If you didn't personally observe or personal experience it, then it's hard for me to even listen to you, even believe what you're saying. Why? Because you didn't personally observe or personal experience it. You can read about a lot of things. You can read about drowning. You can read about catching on fire. You can read about flying a plane. But until you actually have done it, it's hard for your brain to really understand what that's like. When people who don't have kids, who like raise kids and like, well, it's the same thing. Not in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious know the difference between that being your kid and it not being your kid. So let's talk about RBMs. The percentages of RBMs are very high, especially in prison. RBMs tend to be emotional, irrational, and illogical, irrational, and highly emotional. RBMs are a problem. They are a problem. I was a problem because I didn't know how to control my emotions. I talked to you once about emotions. Emotions are like the weather, like the big storm coming or whatever. They're like the weather. Okay. Those are emotions. They change day to day. Moods are more like seasons, winter, fall, things like that. Those two things are different. There are a lot of highly emotional men who do things because of their emotions, because they don't know how to control their emotions, because they're raised by their mother. And what do women tend to be? Illogical, irrational, and highly emotional. So they adopt that directly from their moms. But what about the dads? The dads aren't there, so we can't talk about something that's not there. This whole thing about blaming dads, I'll address that. Let's stick on RBM. I gotta stay focused. So because you're dealing with an RBM, you need to know you're dealing with an RBM. If you are an RBM, you need to do a reset. The reset is in the link. It's in the bio. You need a reset. Period. Period. There's no gray area about that. If you want to progress in life, you need to have the reset. If you're an RBM and you don't get the reset, you're going to have issues growing up. I promise you that. That's a guarantee. I'm out.